You're listening to a CanadianMovieCrew.com production. Masters of the Universe is the story of He-Man battling Skeletor for ruling control of Eternia on Earth. Or is it?
He-Man. 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 He-Man.
Welcome back to the Or Is It Movie Podcast, where we try to find the real story behind the story. I'm Sean Taylor.
I'm Tex.
Not me and Mark. That's my review of this movie.
And today we're taking a look at 1987's Masters of the Universe, based loosely on the He-Man and the Masters of the Universe cartoon.
Oh, it's based on it in name only.
Yeah.
And a slight blonde-haired resemblance. That's about it.
Yes, starring Dolph Lundgren. Welcome back, Dolph Lundgren.
See you again soon, Dolph Lundgren.
I'm sure, just because he's always popping up. Yeah, this one, I actually, you know what? I actually had fun. I'm going to break the fourth wall here. We tried recording this earlier on, and
Failed miserably.
Yeah, it wasn't really that kind of a fun of a show, so we decided to re-record it, see if we could redo it. I actually had more fun watching it the second time, because I watched it as a movie and not as a He-Man ripoff.
Oh, yeah, I suppose that's one way to go at it.
Yeah, so I had a lot more fun watching it this time, but...
Yeah, and I agree, actually, with that approach, and I think I ended up kind of shaking off the tattered dustings of my childhood and moved into, more cinematic view.
Yeah.
And this is a bad sci-fi movie.
Yeah, there's lots of problems with this, and part of it's due to the budget. There was huge budgetary concerns in this movie, but...
Absolutely, and that's why most of it takes place on Earth. That's the thing. Like, they just couldn't afford to make the exotic locales that they really wanted to. I mean, they get Castle Grayskull as a map painting only from the outside. Like, that's it.
Yeah, and this one... this movie actually plays into another movie that we recorded, but we'll get to that later. Tex, why don't you take us through Masters of the Universe?
Alright, so our story begins with a sinister voice informing us that Castle Grayskull is essentially the be-all, end-all of good and harmony, and if you control it, you level up to Master of the Universe. We're treated to a light show while a soundtrack that almost but isn't the Star Wars theme plays. Black not stormtroopers stand at attention as Skeletor makes his entrance wearing a fabulous flowing cape and kicky little boots. A dominatrix tells him He-Man is still being a rebellious teenager, and he addresses Eternia with a threatening speech designed to demoralize He-Man. He-Man spies some not stormtroopers lugging someone in a net and decides to act. We're treated to copious shots of He-Man's flowing blonde locks, bronze pectorals, and somewhat impressive sword skills until two of his henchmen show up and finish the battle for him. A quick powwow, and then the three release Rumpelstiltskin. The little troll, goblin, hobbit, whatever, Gwildor, brings them back to his little cave full of second-grade science projects and shows them his newest invention, a skeleton key to the universe. Skeletor's troops show up at Gwildor's home, and everyone escapes down the rabbit hole. They make it back to the castle and find the sorceress imprisoned in an energy field. Gwildor works to release her while a fleet of not stormtroopers show up in a room along with the dominatrix, and Skeletor gives a rousing bad guy speech while making eyes at He-Man and finds out his one-of-a-kind toy isn't one of a kind. Gwildor plays a tune and off they go to another dimension. Skeletor rants about not having all the keys to his collector set while He-Man and his crew get spit out in a forest and discover they've lost the key. Cut to Julie, who finds the universe skeleton key with her boyfriend Kevin in a cemetery. Kevin plays with it, alerting Skeletor, and he sends out bounty hunters who show up at Julie's high school. They spend some time chasing her around, destroying the gym, before she runs into He-Man, who fights the baddies and is once again saved by his henchmen. Gwildor shows up in a pink Cadillac, and off they go to find Kevin when they discover he has the key. The gang shows up at Julie's house and discovers Kevin with the obedience collar on. They go to the music store to get the key back just as Skeletor's army shows up. Requisite quipping ensues as the baddies get mostly defeated. Meanwhile, Julie's an idiot and gives the dominatrix the key. The dominatrix lovingly plays a tune for Skeletor, and another army shows up along with Skeletor and his Macy's Day Parade float. He-Man steals a hoverboard to attack dominatrix and her clan while stealing the key and making her cry. Skeletor shows up on his parade float with his army of not stormtroopers and take the idiots in He-Man's group prisoner. He-Man hovers into a trap, and Skeletor is aroused by He-Man's prowess on the battlefield and ultimately takes He-Man back to his pad. Skeletor is delighted to have He-Man half naked and gives a bad guy monologue.
Yeah.
Skeletor's man starts whipping He-Man, which arouses Skeletor so much it scares him. Once again, he addresses Eternia, advising everyone he's evil, in case you missed that the first time. Energy comes to Skeletor because there can be only one. Kevin plays a tune to get back to Eternia, and an idiot cop who's been sort of a character comes to the ride. He tells the not stormtroopers to say hello to his little friend, while He-Man fights a collection of baddies before channeling Hercules and moving a huge statue. He-Man steals his sword back, does his signature catchphrase that apparently he couldn't remember until now, while Skeletor whines at him about how much he can't quit him. Their battle causes a power outage, and He-Man destroys Skeletor, looking torn between being relieved and devastated he lost his only love. Later on, requisite "no really, we care you're leaving, we totally won't forget you once you're gone" moments, and Gwildor sends Julie and Kevin back to Earth. Apparently, we still haven't had enough of Earth yet, as Julie wakes up in her bed on the day her parents were going to go on their flight and irrevocably change the timeline. One more flash of He-Man looking fabulous, and roll credits.
Thanks, Tex. Why does Billy Barty get top billing?
Who's Billy Barty?
That's
He's
a great
Gwildor.
question.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
He got at first I thought it was alphabetical order that the casting was going in,
Well, yeah, and that would make sense.
but it wasn't.
I don't understand. I think especially when you have Frank Langella there, Billy Barty I know was kind of big at the time, but thanks to Willow, I don't know. To be honest. I can't.
Neither
answer that
He-Man nor
question.
Skeletor get top billing.
In that friggin' He-Man movie.
Yeah.
Well, obviously Gwildor is the true master of the universe.
I guess, yeah. He
Yeah.
makes the cosmic key, so...
Well, you know what? Honestly, he was awesome in Willow. He was frigging awesome in Willow. He's ragingly annoying in this one.
Oh yeah,
Ragingly annoying in this one.
He's the Orko replacement, and Orko was actually kind of an annoying character too back in the day. But I mean, yeah, to bring in a guy like Billy Barty, who is a good actor, but then they give him the annoying electrician role. I don't know what they were thinking here, other than they just couldn't do an Orko effect, right? So
Yeah,
the thing is,
but they made those guys on those floating hovercrafts fly.
oh yeah, and that looked awesome, didn't it? Fan-fucking-tastic.
Yeah, Jerry is back.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Jerry, by the way.
Jerry, yeah.
Even for the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
This was...
Oh, yeah.
Now you said that they made them move on those hover things. No, they were not moving on the hover things. That was a picture of them moving through another picture. Like
True.
when you watched it, they're just like a still shot. And then
Or later on when they tried to hide it and He-Man was bus surfing.
Oh yeah. all we were missing was Jerry's finger being dragged across as he's pulling the picture of the guy on the little hoverboard across the other picture of the background.
You know, I actually loved that scene because Dolph looks legitimately scared he's gonna fall off.
He does. He does. Stay on. Stay on. Stay on. Stay on.
He
Shit.
looks legitimately scared he is going
Yeah.
to fall off. I was like, oh my god, that's awesome.
This movie, oh my god. Okay, so Masters of the Universe, He-Man, 2 seasons, 65 episodes each. And legitimately, yes, back in the 80s, this was done a lot. It was essentially a long toy commercial. But there's a reason why it gained popularity, in that it was actually good. They created a world far away that brought together medieval combat, heroes and villains, science and magic. Yeah, the naming conventions were odd, but it was great in its simplicity, right? And this movie, I'm going to give it, I don't want to say credit, but there is something that I noticed. Actually, Tex, I just thought of it during your synopsis. This movie is smart without being smart. Like, they did something that actually they didn't even know they were doing, and that is the focus on the key. One of the selling points of the toys was that only He-Man and Skeletor's swords, when you actually put them together, could open up Castle Grayskull. That was a thing, right? Obviously, so you could buy Castle Grayskull, you have to have the He-Man figure and the Skeletor figure at least. And that was opening the secrets of Castle Grayskull.
No.
Yep.
Isn't that
But-
where He-Man lived?
Nope.
No.
Oh.
No, He-Man
but-
lived in the palace as Adam.
Right.
Okay. So,
Sorceress lived in Castle Grayskull.
Oh, okay.
And no, I don't know what you're talking about.
why would
The
Skeletor
actual
be able
toys-
to get into Castle Grayskull?
The toys themselves. This was in like the little comic books that came with the toys. This was on the actual toy commercials. The sword for He-Man and the sword for Skeletor, actually you could, because there was flat on one side, you could actually put them together, and that was what they said. When you put them together and you put them in the slot, it will actually open the door. It was bullshit, but we bought it. It was complete. Yeah, it was like,
Because I'm like, I had Castle Grayskull, and I don't remember that.
you could just stick any of the toys in there, and as long as it fit, it would just slide the thing open. But that was the what they were creating, right? They created this whole mystical thing that even as a kid, you're stupid and you buy into it. You had to have all of it so you can get in the key to the thing. And this movie all of a sudden is focused on this key, the key. I kept hearing that over and over again, and that's what it reminded me of.
I don't remember that at all. That's brand new news
That's like
to me.
one of the very first times you realize, as a kid, adults lie.
Yeah. Or actually, it was either that or I was thinking I was smarter than they were. Like I figured out something that,
Oh.
like I was that dumb.
You found
that
a life hack? Is that was that?
I found a life hack. That's right. So now I know I'm a bit older than you are, Sean. So that might be why.
Oh, maybe.
You
I don't remember that at
like,
all.
I'm a few years older, but I remember. I mean, I had that. I had Snake Mountain. All of my my buddy, my neighbors and that, like the kids, we all collectively had pretty much everything together.
All
Like,
I
the
remember
whole
from the
neighborhood had
cartoon.
Eternia.
All I remember from the cartoon was He-Man would raise his sword, say, "I command the drawbridge open," and it would open.
Right, in the cartoon it worked differently, but this was the actual what they did for the marketing of the toy itself.
Yeah.
The key to Castle Grayskull.
Toys were not.
That's hilarious.
Toys were not canonical.
No, I know, but
I don't count the
But,
toys in the canon.
but
I'm disputing that.
But like I said, though, this movie kind of did it without knowing what it was doing, was going back to that whole thing about chasing a key. That's what I got from
Kind
your,
of.
That's what I got from the synopsis text.
Yeah. Well, okay then. That works for me.
And you did that without even knowing it. There you go.
Well, there you go.
The subtle nuances of Texas.
Of
Synopsis.
Thank
your
you.
rating. That's right.
Sorry, I'm
Okay, so
rearranging my notes. I apologize.
That's all right. I want to bring up something here. We were talking about Gwildor, and so when they get to Gwildor's place, they're like, so we can use this key to get into Castle Grayskull and get the sorceress, and he's like, yes. And then the not stormtroopers show up, and then he's like, well, we could just take the back door because it goes to Grayskull anyway. I was like, well, what the? Why didn't he bring that up? I need to build this big giant elaborate thing, and then he was like, or we can just go at the back.
Yeah. Or we can just walk there.
Yeah, why does Gwildor have access to Castle Grayskull?
I don't know.
Like that doesn't make any sense at all.
Not at all. Like, yeah, I could see maybe his back patio overlooked Grayskull. Fine, but
That's why he bought it in the first place.
He has an underground cave with a view. Is that what?
Yeah. Yes. Or are we insinuating that whoever, or is this movie insinuating that whoever built Castle Grayskull had a slave quarters or something?
Yes.
A servant's entrance? I don't know. Well, it's kind of disconcerting. It's like, well, then, and also, if he had this way of just getting in and out, like, you think Skeletor would have kind of moved in. He'd be like, nah, I'm going to need that passageway, so there you go, buddy.
Yeah, fuck making the key. I'm just gonna go ahead and sneak into the castle from this little area you have.
Yeah, he could use the classic tippy toes.
Which is difficult to do in high-heeled boots, I'm just saying.
Were they high-heeled boots? I did not look at his foot attire.
You know when Skeletor, like basically the movie starts and Skeletor's already taken over Castle Grayskull.
Where was that movie?
Yeah, I know, which would have been so much more of a better movie, but
That's the movie I want.
but no, we have to go to Earth and talk to Courtney Cox. She's already there. He's already there. Sorry, and he's sitting on the throne of Grayskull.
Yes.
And they have those two pillars behind them with writing on it. what it looks to us like alien writing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wondered if the sorceress knew that Castle Grayskull was getting invaded and she would be taken over, so she put that writing there, and it says something that Skeletor doesn't know what it means.
Like Skeletor sucks.
Like Skeletor sucks, or whoever sits on this throne is a huge dork.
Yeah.
You know,
Just you
or
are
all hail
gay.
bonehead. You know, something like that.
Now there's a cutscene I would love to see.
It's just a lot of like hate, you know. She's just putting on for Skeletor.
It's a whole lot of racist remarks.
yeah. Down with Whitey, you know.
Find out that that the sorceress is horribly, horribly racist.
I just you are gay, like just like whatever their letter U is, whatever the letter R, and she could do it too because she's magic, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So-
She could just be like sitting in her bedroom and be like, I'm gonna write this on that column there.
Magic tagging.
Yeah. Hashtag
Also-
Skeletor's a loser.
Yeah. I like the idea of the Castle Grayskull. You know, the sorceress was the only one who lived there. Giant throne room. So what? You just go sit there. It's not like you go sit there to watch TV or anything. Like she can't.
Yeah, really. Why is
Yeah,
there a
well-
giant throne room?
What do you do? Yeah, when you're the only person in a castle, you have a giant throne room. You just go. What do you?
Well, why do you have
Read?
Why do you have two bottomless pits?
Yeah. Oh, they're not bottomless, as we find out.
Well, that's very true.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tex, did you stay after the credits?
No.
Oh, there's an after the credits scene where Skeletor pops up. Yeah, spoiler alert: Skeletor loses. But he.
It's not a spoiler alert. I gave it a rain.
That's very true. That's very
a
true.
good point.
So he pops up out of the water very quickly and goes, "I'll be back,"
Oh,
setting up the sequel that never happened.
never happened. Yeah.
I want the prequel that never happened.
I
like
want
we
the
said.
prequel. Yeah, this is about the only time I'd take a prequel.
Yeah, I want that fight for Castle Grayskull. It would be awful, but I want to see it.
Oh my
The thing
god, it
is-
would be so terrible because those like not stormtroopers have like the worst strategy skills ever. They
What
just
strategy?
stand out in the open and shoot.
Or wait to get hit by a sword.
Yeah.
Or get shot in the nuts by He-Man. Did you notice that?
Oh
One
yeah.
of the first guys he shoots right in the nuts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Way to go, He-Man.
I know our hero, ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just loved it because there's like this wall of not stormtroopers standing there out in the open shooting. It's like that's really well done because when everyone shoots back at you, you don't take cover in any way, shape, or form.
No.
Everybody else takes cover and they're just like standing right there shooting. It's like so
They are the cover.
yeah.
That's,
Yeah, the
I
meat
believe,
shield.
that is. I was just about to say that I believe that is the meat shield defense. One thing I noticed about those guys too is when the first we have our first public address, right? So it looks like they're herding rebels, generic rebels somewhere, and they stop. They're like, let's pause and watch the giant dish in the middle of the ground because Skeletor's giving a public address.
Yeah.
But then they do it like a day or two later. Same people are just hanging around there, just waiting. What were they waiting for?
Well, the
follow
those
up?
not
All the-
stormtroopers are not very motivated.
Obviously not, because they're herding yet another group of rebels again in gray jumpsuits. Like that was it. I'm like, how long has it been taking you guys to clean this shit up?
There's a lot of rebellion going.
Evidently,
Yeah, or they
Very
get
messy
lost
rebellion.
really easily.
again, better movie.
So, where on Earth is this taking place?
No idea.
Do we know?
All we know is that it's not New Jersey.
Right.
Because she's leaving for New Jersey, but where they are,
Well, I tried to figure out, but I'm not sure where cows run wild in the United States.
Right by friggin'
Rib Shack?
yeah.
yeah.
Well, we know where the ribs are coming from at least.
I guess,
Yeah.
maybe.
100% pure beef.
Because cows
no,
are prone to
like,
living next to swamps naturally.
You know, it hadn't been. Yeah, exactly. That's their favorite hangout. I think because it hadn't been done yet, I was waiting for them to show like a city sign, and it literally would say Smallville,
Or any town.
any town, small town USA, like wherever that is. That's where we are.
Yeah, and people take really long and difficult explanations from interdimensional beings pretty well in this movie.
Yeah.
Oh
Julie
yeah.
doesn't even. It's like, oh, you're from another planet, and you're a hulking He-Man, and you're after the forces of evil. Hi.
Uh-huh.
No, you know what? What I had a problem with is how easily she's all over him. She's like throws herself in his arms, like when he first catches her, and at first she's like, oh my god, get away from me, but then he's like, no, I'm here to help you, and she's like, oh, and immediately like throws herself in his arms.
And he just picks her up like Kevin Costner in The Bodyguard.
Yeah, like way too familiar with a total stranger. I'm sorry. Way too familiar.
Yeah.
Well, you know
yeah,
what's
that's pretty quick.
although granted, in her defense, and I can't believe I'm saying this.
Oh yeah, no, please go ahead.
At that moment, a 1987 giant Dolph Lundgren with cape accoutrement is not the weirdest thing she had seen that day.
Very true.
That's true.
That was getting just a little bit closer to normal.
That's true. That's very true. I love when she's running from the bad guys and she keeps screaming no. It's like, yeah,
Oh.
you're trying to get away from them. You're trying to hide yourself from them.
Yeah.
Keep announcing your presence.
Yeah.
That's going to work out really well.
Or when she's running away in the in the gym, and she's running away saying, leave him alone, leave him alone, leave him alone.
Trying to stick up for Carl. The
I know,
janitor.
wow, that's a really brave move you got there.
Yeah.
Leave him alone!
Leave him
Scampers
alone,
away.
scamper. Leave him alone, scamper. Leave him alone, scamper. And speaking of the cape, I gotta admit, I gotta say, I lived through the 80s, and I don't remember the fashion statement of capes that reveal the sexy upper back area. Was that ever in vogue, do you think? I don't remember.
Well, you know, this is style from Eternia, I don't know. I guess we have to ask some
was this in
Eternians.
Madonna's book? I don't remember. I don't remember that being. I don't remember that being a thing.
I
Yeah,
think
but this
Superman
is style
tried
from
it.
Eternia, though, right? So I guess we'd have to talk to Eternians about that.
True, very true. Oh yeah, you reveal Dolph Lundgren's sexy upper back, but Tila you keep totally covered.
Yeah, thanks, movie.
And the
Sure.
sorceress.
Yeah, who's Tila?
Tila was the daughter,
Oh, okay.
the other girl in this
the
movie.
woman at arms,
Oh, okay.
Woman at Arms, yeah.
the one that was a vegetarian for whatever reason.
Okay, what the hell is that? Okay, I got to talk about that for a second. Because, what the hell with them being vegetarians and eating meat is somehow barbaric. You don't get to be the size of a 1987 Dolph Lundgren without getting a little bit of protein. I'm sorry. That is not a tofu bod, okay? That, you know, I mean, they all are. They're all in great shape. Even Man at Arms looks like he's only got a little bit of a beer gut. You know what I mean? Like that's not. You don't get that way eating beets. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I had a question. How did he know it was meat and she didn't?
She's stupid.
He's older. He's the
I
seasoned
just assumed.
battlefield guy, right?
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah.
battlefield tested, I guess. Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
isn't
so
she?
he's had to survive some pretty harsh stuff. Oh,
No,
by the
I guess not.
what was that? I missed that. Sorry.
Isn't she like battlefield tested and whatever?
Not as much, no. And that's always Tila's story arc in whatever iteration of this. She's young. She wants to be like her dad, be a warrior, but she's always inexperienced, and she gets herself into trouble. He-Man has to get her out of it. Is usually how that goes. Not
Okay.
that, not
No,
that
but
that's
she's
always
usually
the case.
Absolutely did not happen in this. In this, they were saving He-Man's ass.
No, I know. I'm saying normally, like Tila, the character of Tila, generally speaking, is not as experienced as her dad is,
Huh.
right? Obviously,
Okay.
yeah. So she
She's
wants
always
to be
leading
like
into
him.
battle though in the cartoon.
Yep. And then it's He-Man for the save. I'm not saying she's not a coward by any means. I'm not
No.
calling her a victim. Not at all. No, it's just that she only gets so far. Obviously, then the big hero has to come in for the save, right? So she's she's first to
It
leap
was the
in.
80s,
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
abso-
That's,
no,
that's
it-
where the
ex-
pff came from.
and you got your own
Absolutely.
back with She-Ra because Bo was always in trouble in that one. So
That guy.
Okay.
Oh,
remember the
sweet
red
mercy.
the red-headed mustache with the heart, tender heart.
Tenderheart Bear? Yeah.
Check our Secret of the Sword review for that one.
Sorry, before we move on, speaking of meat, that brings me to our sponsor.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
This podcast brought to you by Robbie's Ribs and Chicken. Whether you're leaving for New Jersey or just dropped in from Eternia, grab a bucket of ribs from Robbie's. Now with animal meat.
I love it how her boyfriend, what's her boyfriend's name?
Kevin.
Kevin is trying to console her about her parents dying in the plane crash
Yeah.
by saying, hey, they died in a plane crash. These things just happen. As opposed to the plane crashes, which are rigorously scheduled.
Well, I guess it depends on which conspiracy theory you hang on to, right?
I guess.
I love
Well,
at the end when she steals the keys
Oh,
from the plane and
this fucking scene.
and goes running out of the house. I'm like, okay, you are changing the past right now.
Yeah.
The reason they were going to go on this trip is because you said you wanted to study, when all she really wanted to do was hang out with Kevin.
Right.
She wanted to study. So, wouldn't it have just been simpler to be like, you know what? I'm good. I don't have to study today. Let's do something else.
Yeah, instead of
You had to lose
panicky.
your fucking mind and grab the keys and run out of the house or whatever?
Yeah.
Well, she tried that. It's not well done, but she tried it. She goes, no, let's go to the beach. And then they're like, no, we're going to take the flight. And then she panics. She's like, ah! Grab the keys! Yeah.
No.
And she runs out into the street. Then what?
Yeah,
What
and
was her-
Kevin is just somehow running toward her at the same time?
Yeah,
okay.
and her parents can't take a cab.
Yeah, they can't find spare keys for
Well,
the
I
It's in
airplane.
his plane.
I think she took the keys to, the actual plane.
Do
It's-
planes run on keys?
Yes.
Maybe?
I'm
I
not
don't
an
know.
aeronauticist.
I've never seen a pilot walking through the airport, patting himself down, looking for the keys. You know what I mean? I've never seen that before.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
because
but we're
we're on.
talking a little 2-seater, 4-seater,
Oh,
something
probably,
like that,
true.
right?
Right, because these things just happen.
But that's because the reason why you never see that is because they're on that little magnet thing and they're just tucked up under the wings. So
That's right.
No, they're under the visor.
they're on the,
Always under the visor.
Always under the
Under
visor.
the
You tip the visor down,
visor.
the keys slide into your hand. Come on now.
Yeah. So this guy is a bad pilot.
Probably.
No, obviously he is. He was flying the plane and they died.
That's very true.
He needed cosmic intervention from an alien species in order to not crash that plane. And the only way to do that is to not fly it. This guy is horrible. What if that was the next Hitler?
If her
We don't
father
know
was
that-
the next Hitler?
Her dad. I don't know. Maybe he creates something or does something, and maybe he ends up just getting his regular pilot license, and hundreds of people die.
Or what if it was a matter of there was something wrong with the plane, and that one time when they took it out, that was why it crashed in the first place, and then later on, maybe it's going to crash anyway because there's something wrong with the plane.
True. And maybe next time she's in the plane,
Yeah.
she may have just doomed herself to die.
Well, I
I
mean, that's
think
what
that's
she
a good
wanted in the
thing.
first place, really.
They're completely reckless with time in that regard. Also, on the by and by, I wasn't going to talk about this till the end, but since we brought it up, you had time travel this whole fucking time.
Thank
Wildor?
you! You could send yourself back in time. Why didn't you just send yourself back in time to Castle Grayskull before Skeletor took over?
Yeah. Warn He-Man when he got up that morning instead of later on in the day when he's getting whipped.
Yeah.
Whipped?
Whipped. Yeah. Or like a year before and say, okay, 1 year from now, this shit's gonna get bad. We need to do something.
Like after she goes back in time, we only spend time with Julie on Earth. Wait, I wonder if there was an angry conversation with He-Man against Gwildor, saying, "Wait a minute, you can send people back in time? Why didn't you tell us this before?" And then he beats the shit out of Gwildor.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's the movie I want to see.
I have the power and I've got the fists, all right? And I've got your face right on the fists. That's what I've got.
And by the way, the big, huge scene in this movie is when Julie's mother Julie's dead mother shows up and asks for the key. So I wrote down, what's this? My dead mother has come back to life and wants the very thing that two interdimensional warring factions are fighting over? Oh, this just has to be true. It just has to be. What? It was a trick? Ain't that 'bout a bitch?
No, that's absolutely true, because like when you see her and she like goes like running down the alley to her and everything,
Yeah.
and she was like, "We're not really dead. We've just been, doing
Yeah,
a
we work for the
secret
CIA,
mission
yeah.
or whatever." And I'm just like, "Okay, really? Really, people?" But then again, considering how easily she accepts everything else in this movie, you can't really.
Yeah, that's
blame
really...
her.
She should have been blonde in this movie.
No, my God.
Yeah.
She's such a
This-
flippin' moron.
This should
Oh
have
my
been Lisa
God.
Kudrow. This should have been Phoebe.
Well, to be honest, this character is so dumb that I'm actually in my notes. I just looked for that part, and what I wrote was, so Julie finds out there are aliens, magic, and science beyond her comprehension. So yeah, meh. Why not believe her parents came back from the dead?
Yeah,
Like,
I
she's
guess.
just having one of those days, you know?
In for a penny, in for a pound, I guess.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. This movie, the way the actors change emotion on a dime is hilarious. Like they're He-Man and company, they've just gone through a battle, they get thrown through a portal to God knows where in their mind. But when they land, you know what I mean? Instead of like, all right, where are we? What are we doing? Where do we go? It's like, he fell in the water. That's I was expecting like that's
so
Gwildor,
true.
dun 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 boing, you know.
That's very true. Yeah,
That is
because
so true.
We get that, and then meanwhile, over in another movie, Courtney might break up with Kevin Corrigan. Ooh.
Yeah, and her
Who the
friends
fuck are
think
these
she's an
people?
idiot
We
for
don't-
that.
Evidently, according to her BFF, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, he doesn't seem like that great of a catch to me.
Oh, I
no,
know.
he seems more obsessed with his music.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. This.
Yeah,
it's
and
quite
when
the
she
little
was
character.
saying something about her leaving, he was like slightly put out by the fact that she's leaving.
Yeah.
I think he was kind of basically doing like a douchebag move. It's like, so we're breaking up, right? / I can start to fuck other people.
Yeah.
I can
Well,
ask
no,
out
we're
your
staying
best
together.
friend as
We're
soon as
staying-
you're gone. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We're staying together. Oh, okay. Never mind what I just said. Yeah, you almost wonder in the back of the girl's mind that her friend that she's talking to in the diner, like, who's giving her last day speech. Oh, breaking up might be the biggest mistake of your life. And then in her mind, it's like, because I'm going to fuck the shit out of him when you're gone. And meanwhile, he's thinking the same things, like, so I'm free now? Yes? I don't know. The other one where it's really bad, by the way, with the emotional switch, they have this scene where she's like, take me, I know it's my last day in town with you, the love of my life up until this point, but I think what I really want to do is go see my dead parents. So as the boyfriend, you're thinking, good on you.
I was willing to forgive that one. I mean, obviously she wants to say goodbye to her dead parents.
True. Okay. So when she's at that scene, it's my parents are gone. My parents are gone. I'm so sad. Ooh, look, something shiny. I'm happy again. Oh my God, this thing's awesome.
Okay, that's very true.
Did you
That's
not
very
catch
true.
that?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
she's-
very
Yeah,
true.
Like,
no,
'cause
that's
you're-
absolutely
you know what?
true.
You are right. That is, you know what? That is something that I would do if I was leaving this province. I would, go do that. If I was, not going to be back for a while or whatever, or ever again, I would go do what she did. I wouldn't, however, freak out over something shiny on the ground. If I'm that emotionally distraught, like this
Well,
girl
Kevin
has
freaks
some
out more than she
problems.
does.
Well, they're both just. Well, I guess from his point of view, it's like, here's something shiny. Don't be sad anymore. Hey, you're happy. You
Don't
just
say I
can't
never
deal.
got you nothing. Yay.
It's your going away present in the
I love
mud.
how he calls it a Japanese synthesizer, but like just before that, he had been like, well, it clearly came from the air because look at the huge hole in them. So what, the Japanese shot it from
Yeah.
Japan over to your little tiny small town?
Yeah, they're testing inter-country synthesizers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
I-
like, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
what? Obviously, in 1987, we didn't know what Japanese people were. Obviously, in small town America,
or what they were capable of.
Yeah.
Or-
Oh,
yeah,
and then I love the later on because this is the 80s and whatever. How the cops like, you think it's Russian? I'm like, really?
Really?
That one I expected. The Cold War shit. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but still, I was like, oh, God, really?
As a kid in the theater, I expected them to blame the Russians. All right.
Yeah.
One of my favorite parts in this movie were the bad guys, not Skeletor or Evil Lyn, but the henchmen. Especially when they come through the portal the first time in the high school.
Yeah.
Whenever I go through an interdimensional portal, I always turn sideways, and as soon as I land on the other side, pose before running away.
Well, sure.
Because he's just, "Hoorah, ha!" Okay, my turn. Get out of the way. It's kind of like landing at the bottom of a water slide. You have that 2 or 3 seconds to experience the joy of finally being off the slide. Yay, the ride is over. I better move. There's people coming down.
Yeah, that's a great point. At least, so new rule: if we're ever in a portal situation, take 5 steps, then pose.
Yes.
Deal?
Yeah,
Yes.
to make room for everybody else.
That's
That's
right.
fair.
That's just common portal courtesy. I see where you're going with that.
Common portal courtesy.
You've played Portal more than I have. You would be more. I get it now.
Yeah, well, you're alone in that game, so it really doesn't have anything to do with it. But
Well, there's got to be some sort of social contract here with respect to a portal. I see what you're saying.
the only one you have to talk to is a computer that wants you dead. So, not really a lot of social rules in that game.
I've got a question about the key.
Okay.
So we've got this whole thing where, like, Gwildor has created this key and whatever and gave it to Skeletor, but then he had a prototype that he kept.
Right.
So then Skeletor is like, get the key, blah, 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 get the key. But then they leave the key. When they leave Earth, they take He-Man and they just leave the other key. The whole point was to find the key and He-Man. But then they just take He-Man and leave the key.
Oh, because he broke it with his lightning.
But they didn't.
Okay, but
Because
still,
they eventually
Remember-
use it to
but
get back
okay,
to
but
Grayskull.
still, even
No,
if
but
that were the
in-
case, even if that were the case, he left a broken key with the creator of said key.
That's true. The one guy that could fix it.
Exactly.
I agree with you. That is stupid, but I'm trying to think of that where they were going with that is that he thought he broke it. End of story. Right? I win.
Right, but I mean, how? Okay, but
Oh,
even then, how would he know that he'd actually broken the key?
Oh,
He's not the
you're
one who created it.
You're absolutely right. I
It
mean, he
looks-
He
should.
could have
Singed.
superpowered it, and he would have no idea.
This is his hubris, right? And this is his big fault, is that he thinks he's done it and he hasn't.
Mark hated this movie the most, and now he's defending it.
Ha ha ha.
No, I still fucking hate it. And I just
I have to say, I give full credit to Frank Langella because he played an excellent Skeletor in this movie.
Oh, well,
Okay.
I really thought he did. I honestly thought he did really well in this movie. It was over the top, but I mean, he knew it was over the top. Like Lundgren
yeah.
and Courtney Cox and Man at Arms and Teela, they were all playing it straight.
Oh no.
Oh no, they knew. They had no idea what this was.
I don't think so. No, it looked like Lundgren was trying to have a good time with it a couple times.
Really?
Yes.
When he's
No, when the camera is not on him. Oh, it's fun.
when the camera's not
No,
on.
like when the camera is focused on someone else, but he's like still in the shot.
Yeah.
The look on his face is awesome because he must forget that the camera's on him, and there were a couple times where I saw him like roll his eyes.
I think this is
like,
early
what's
enough in his
the
career
story?
where he still doesn't understand English enough to know what the hell's going on.
Oh, I give him more credit than that.
yeah.
He's still back in "I must break you" territory.
Yep.
So
Yeah, well, and he managed to do that without killing Stallone, so we'll give him a little bit of credit. But yeah, I agree with you though. Frank Langella here was awesome, as awesome as you can expect from this type of character. Even the makeup department, I'll give him a little bit of props because the look is pretty cool, except that skeletons don't smile
or have two mouths.
or frown or yeah.
Did you notice that every time he opened his mouth wide enough, you could see Frank Langella's mouth in his mouth?
Yeah.
Oh, that's bad.
Little known fact, by the way, Skeletor was at the time the reigning, defending, interpretive dancing / over dramatizing champion of Eternia.
Oh.
During that big scene where he's talking about the power, the power, and I can feel the cosmos and the power. Reminded me of the Emperor from Episode 3. You know what I mean? Unlimited power.
Actually,
I was only thinking about Highlander myself.
Well, yeah, Highlander was a great reference. Thank you.
I was on the way that light went around him and everything is straight out of Highlander. Straight out of Highlander, and all I could think of was the end scene of Highlander when he's like, "I know everything, I am everything," and whatever. I was like, "Oh Jesus."
Well, how about earlier on in the movie when Skeletor places the sorceress under the force field? Did it not look like he was kind of giving the sorceress an orgasm, and he was getting off on it? And then they cut to Evil Lynn, and she's kind of getting off on it?
Oh, this is an incredibly
Mark, did you notice this?
movie.
I might have been writing a synopsis of that.
I did, and the adult me was reaching back and feeling very uncomfortable for the child me that actually watched this.
This was kind of an odd power threesome going on. This was.
Yeah, but you gotta this is just bad direction. You gotta figure that they're told, okay, we're gonna shine this light on you. That means you can't move, and now you've got to just pretend this guy in the mask is sucking the life out of you. And I'm guessing. Maybe the way they explain it is well, this guy's just fucking you up, and she misheard that.
Or he's sucking the life up from your vagina.
Yeah, maybe she was in a bad place in her relationship. She said, "Well, this is how he does it to me every day, you fucking bastard." You know,
this is more than I've ever seen in 3 millennia. So what do I care?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
By the way, Julie gets stabbed, poisoned near the end.
Struck by Skeletor lightning.
Okay, and that causes her to quote unquote start dying.
I guess.
And she's sort of laying on the park bench while they're fucking around with the key.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she takes a nap.
Yeah, look over. She's dying the most comfortable death I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
She's just, oh, really? Oh, you guys just, all right, I'm just going to go die over here.
Yeah.
You know,
I know, she grimaces every so often.
Yeah.
To let you know that she's still in pain.
Well, she has a plank of wood stuck in her back, so she just can't move very much, that's all.
And don't forget, it's alien lightning. Of course it's going to make you sick.
Oh, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Alien, that's the rule of sci-fi. Anything alien, chances are to make you sick. That's how they won Independence Day.
That's how they won War of the Worlds.
That's how they won War of the Worlds, exactly. Speaking of Skeletor, by the way, I want to go back to... He's got some weird lines in this. You want to talk about overly sexualized first, and you're right, in motion, just the sucking of the power. He says so after the first raid goes all to shit, and he sends Evil Lynn to go. He goes. Don't worry, sorceress, you won't be lonely long. What the hell does that mean?
Yeah.
He's talking to Evil Lynn and calling her sorceress. Says you won't be lonely long. Does he plan to present one of the men as a sex slave to Evil Lynn? Is that what? Is he talking to her? Or is he talking to the sorceress? He's looking at Evil Lynn, but he says sorceress. So who the hell is he talking to, and what does he mean by that?
Yeah, exactly. And why would she suddenly not be lonely anymore? Is that some type of reference to all the power being drained from her, so she's gonna die and be with the other souls? What?
Yeah, it's very weird.
I don't know. I was probably still focused on the fact during the battle on Earth when they invade the music store.
Oh, God.
That the interdimensional laser guns don't seem to damage the plaster or wood walls.
No. Or wooden park benches.
But just blow up cars.
And
yeah,
electronics.
God damn it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You like the pink Cadillac, did you?
No, fuck the pink Cadillac.
Oh.
There
was another-
I can't remember what the.
Oh, the one that
Yeah, the red one that was in front
Principal
of the...
Skinner was hiding behind there?
Skinner!
No, what's his name from Back to the Future? He's the principal in Back to the Future.
Yeah, that's right.
I just keep thinking about the guy from Top Gun.
It's been a while since I've seen Top Gun.
Now,
Yeah, me too, but that's still, like, whenever I see him, that's the very first one that I think of. Yeah, no, I was, because we'd already seen this before and whatever, and I was basically just doing, like, a little bit of a refresher. I didn't really watch it as closely, so I can't remember what the car is anymore. I know it was red.
It's like a Charger or something like that.
Yeah, I was
Like, it was a
thinking,
nice
like, Charger
yeah.
Challenger or something like that.
Yeah, it was very quick, but you're right. I noticed it too this time around. I was like, oh.
Yeah, they couldn't blow the pink Cadillac up. No.
No, we need that for our end big set piece, but
Did the director make...
Oh,
And
I've actually, before we go in, I just have a question about that when it comes to the portal thing.
Yeah.
So, the first time they go through the portal, it's just them that goes through the portal.
Yes.
they walk through it or jump through it or
Yeah,
whatever.
and
You're
like
right.
everybody else just like goes through the portal, and basically whatever you bring with you for the portal, you're good to go. Nothing
Yeah.
else comes with you. But somehow, this time, it brings like an actual section of the street and half of the car.
Yeah, they moved the set. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, why did that happen?
No idea.
Okay.
Maybe it's because it was damaged.
Yeah, I was gonna say because it's broken? Question
Yeah,
mark.
let's go
Yeah.
with that.
It's being run by a Casio keyboard, so...
Oh,
Yeah,
but
let's go with that. Sure.
but apparently it gets worse though, because if you recall as well, when Julie goes through it at the very end, all of a sudden it roofies her and puts her back in bed.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
too.
very true. Well, they sent her back in time. So
They sent her back in time, yeah. So it just put her in her PJs, tucked her in bed, because she wakes up like she doesn't know what the hell, where she is or
it's
when
a
she is.
molesting portal.
Yeah.
It was.
She better.
Yeah, poor
I
thing.
hope she has a rape kit at home. I think the at-home rape kit. I don't know.
Well, they have their own plane, so.
Well, I have another thing. I have another thing about the portals is right at the end when, well, not at the end, but when Skeletor has He-Man and they're going back to Eternia before he gets the unlimited power.
With his Macy's Day Parade float?
Yeah, exactly. With the parade float. Gwildor is looking at a little machine in his hand and saying he's opened up a giant portal, a really, really big one. Yet all he has to do is move his head 2 inches up and see the giant portal in front of him. Why does he need to look at the machine?
I don't know.
Like, everybody else is looking at the giant fucking portal. He's going, I think they've opened up a portal. Yeah, no shit, smack. Eyes up, Billy. Come on.
The little rogues gallery they have, the 4 bounty hunter guys or whatever. Yeah, I was happy to see Beastman at least.
The
Beastman.
Beastman?
The Beastman, that's right, because he was one of the ones from the show, and it was done, I guess, as well as we could expect back for 1987. But I wonder if they were hoping for a new toy line of bad guys with the
They
other
were.
3.
They did.
Oh, they did, right? And so did they also have big plans for a Courtney Cox non-action figure?
Yeah, you move.
And Kevin that came with the removable collar, maybe?
Yeah. You move Julie's arm and she just screams Kevin. That's all. Kevin, 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 Kevin.
Actually, if memory serves, Kevin came in a 2-pack with Evil Lynn and that collar. It was.
Okay.
That's 50 Shades of Eternia right there.
That's right. That's right. She'd flip that script, right? When they go and try and get him.
Wait. Does Gwildor come with attachable Hawaiian lei and tropical hat?
Oh.
Well,
Yep.
of course.
And and just one piece of the key. You have to buy them all to get the whole key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skeletor comes with 2 stabs now, one purple and one gold.
What the fuck was that?
For those days when he's feeling fabulous.
What the hell was that? He gets unlimited use of the power and he turns into an Aztec god? What the hell?
I know, that was really, really weird. Yeah, so the staff, when they're fighting at the end, He-Man breaks his staff. It's at that moment we are told, kind of, that's where all of his power was.
Yeah, I guess.
Like
Yes.
he had all of the powers of Grayskull. It went into his face and in his big gold helmet, and then He-Man breaks his staff in half, and he's like, ah, shit. It's like he took the batteries out of the remote.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's just like, what? What the hell? If they had set it up, fine. But there's absolutely nothing to that. Like, his staff is just accoutrement. When he's giving out his force lightning there, he's using his hands. He's Emperor Palpatining all over the place.
Yeah, but Skeletor did have hand powers in the cartoon, but he more than not used the staff.
Right, and that's my point. Like if they were, and that's fine that he went with the Palpatine power, but why does he lose it then when he loses the staff? If the staff was of no importance, that should have just been, okay, he breaks his staff, now they got to go, hand to hand, fist fighting or whatever. Like, he shouldn't have lost the power by losing the staff if they never set up that the staff had anything to do with it and wasn't that important.
Well, by that time, He-Man has the power back, so.
Yeah, and that's the other thing, too.
That was an odd stance. Did you not think that was... He just looked awkward when he held aloft his sword?
Yeah.
And I'm using the terminology from the show, but...
Sorry, he held aloft his what?
Magic sword.
Mighty sword, I believe it is.
No, it's magic sword.
His magic sword?
Trust me, dude.
All right.
I know. Why would it be a mighty sword?
Well, he kicks a lot of ass with it. And it's
I held
the key to
aloft my
opening-
mighty sword and said, "No,
Yeah.
magic sword."
No,
Magic
I'm
sword.
pretty sure it is.
It is
magic.
magic. Yeah, I know. I'm just joking.
By the way, going back
very
to
awkward.
Gwildor not being able to fix the key. He can change a gas-powered pink Cadillac into a neutrino-powered vehicle, but he can't fix the key.
Okay, I'm going back to that
Yeah,
note because I have that
apparently.
too.
What? He's neutrinos powers? Like this is a crossover from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon?
The turtle. They wanted their own turtle van.
No, remember? Do you remember the neutrinos from Dimension X
Yes.
with their their flying car?
Yeah. That's right. That was the new turtle van.
And why? If you're making a cosmic key, he has to find the coordinates for Grayskull while he's on Earth.
Yeah.
Why not, if you're going to invent the cosmic key, just program Grayskull as 0000?
Yeah, really.
Make that the center.
Yeah.
Or how about his little hobbit hole there?
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Which apparently has a back door to Grayskull, and you'd sneak in anyway.
Yeah, really. Oh, well, how about anywhere on Eternia? Mom's house.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
Why don't you have presets? My clock radio has a preset. You know what I mean?
he just zapped into his favorite coffee shop. You know, like,
The laundry machine downstairs has presets.
I think this is probably the only time I'm actually going to defend this movie. I think there actually were things that were preset into it, but somehow Kevin fucked that up.
Kevin fucked it up, or did
Yeah.
the? Or
No,
okay.
I think Kevin fucked it up because when Gwildor finally gets the key again, before it gets quote unquote destroyed,
Right.
he says all of the stuff has been erased.
Oh, that's true too.
That's
So I
true,
think
yeah.
Kevin, who just by fucking around with it, managed to get rid of all that stuff. So that's those things were programmed into it, but then Kevin just by playing with it fucked
Right.
it up.
Right. Okay. Okay. Fair enough.
So it's all Kevin's fault. Actually, yeah.
Really, it is. When you
It
think
is.
about it, it really is. Because he starts playing with the key, and Skeletor gets alerted to the fact that that's where the key is. He continues to play with the key, and
Erases
keeps,
the memory.
locking, keeps getting them to, lock onto the signal. Everyone starts chasing it, everyone's chasing the key and everything, and Kevin just keeps doing things to alert people to the presence of the key. And while doing that, he also erases all the information on it. So everything is Kevin's fault.
Yep.
Very true. But a lot in this movie is very convenient.
Oh my god.
For example, when they're
a lot? think you mean everything.
Everything, like for example, the when they're going through Julie's house, and is it Karg?
Oh, don't ask
I don't
me.
know the short henchman with the white hair.
I'm sorry, I can't help you, Sean, because he doesn't have -man at the end of his name. I don't remember
That's
what
true.
it is.
That's true. So anyway, he's going through Julie's house, and he picks up an article of Julie's parents' deaths,
Yes.
hands it to Evelyn, and says, "Here, this might be helpful." How?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, that's how she knows about her parents, and that's why she shows up as Julie's mom, but why would you ever think that that would be helpful in that moment?
Yeah.
Why? Why? What? Oh, by the way, her parents are dead. Maybe that's helpful.
Well,
No! No, it's not. Get the key.
they have a picture of the girl they're looking for.
They know what she looks for. They know what she looks like.
Evelyn doesn't. Not at that point.
No,
She's
but they
never seen her.
do.
Oh, they do, absolutely.
So it doesn't matter. Evelyn never is at the front of anything. She's always coming in afterwards.
And they also
Yes.
don't even know that that's Julie's house in the first place. Because
Yeah.
they find Kevin there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So
So
why
now-
would
so-
that even make any difference? Even seeing that like piece of paper, why would they even be like, okay, well, we don't even know whose place that is or whatever.
And how does Evelyn know if she changes into Julie's mom and stands at that end of the alley that Julie will be looking out through the window at that particular point in that particular time?
Yeah. Maybe she just kind of stood there in the alley for quite a while, being like, "Oh, for fuck's sakes, chick, would you look over here?"
Yeah.
When she was coming up with this plan on the fly, I was like, well, if I go in the front, that'll be a little too obvious because no one will shoot me. Oh boy, what do I do? Oh, she's looking out the window. Okay, come here, sweetie. You know.
Or did she just stand at various points hoping that Julie would see her? Like she's down the street one part, and then she just obviously she doesn't see me here. She moves up 10 paces, stops and poses again.
Yeah, Evelyn was okay in this movie. I like the actress that played her. Like she had definitely the evil look, you know, that you would expect from this character. She has some pretty sweet technology. They have what I call the. She would have put CSI out of business because she has what I call the past scanner. She just scans the past somehow.
Why wouldn't she just follow the people around through the pass scanner? It's like,
I
oh,
know.
they went over here. Okay, let's go over there. Oh, they went over here. Let's go over there. Oh, they went over here. Oh, there they are.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Would you
Like,
be able to track them down that way?
she goes through all the
It
trouble
would
of
seem that
interrogating.
way.
She goes through all the trouble of interrogating Kevin when she could have just like, do. Oh yeah, she took it, or the cop took it, or whatever. Yeah, she could have saved herself a lot of trouble.
Yeah, but yeah, she didn't have to use the Wonder Woman gold truth necklace.
Oh, you know what though? For Kevin, for being as much of an idiot as he is, we do learn something from him in this movie. Apparently,
What,
if you're
music gets you laid? I knew that.
no, yeah, I knew that too. No.
I've never put it into practice, but I know that.
Yeah, yeah, I've heard that one before.
Yeah.
If you are ever attacked by a 7-foot-tall Sasquatch-like creature, your first line of defense is to yell, "Get out of here!" and literally throw in the towel. Do you remember that scene when they just before they interrogate him, they have him at the house? He's at the house. He's washing the dishes. Beastman comes
No,
in.
he's
like,
not washing the dishes. He is placing garbage in the sink for some reason and wiping off the counter.
Okay, but he has a towel in his hand and he just yells, "Get out of here! Get out of here!" And he throws the towel. It's like, well, this is some sort of beast man combo, so I'm done.
Oh, that's why they couldn't use all the scanners, because the microwave was interfering with it.
Oh, right, of course.
Oh, good lord.
This is back when microwaves could interfere with shit.
Yeah. Me and my 3 nipples would tell you otherwise. I mean, what? Well, first of all, I like that they go on their mission. They go. The first one is just the boys' night out. The 4 minions. The henchmen. It's boys' night out. So they go. They go and they have the warehouse fight. It's 4 against He-Man. Plus they also have a couple of guards backing them up. And what happens? They're like, 2 more people, run!
Yeah.
So they run all the way back to go back through the portal back to Eternia. Like, yeah, we didn't do it. So Skeletor's like, what? Uh, Try again. Take the girl this time. that's so the
Take
same
one more
port-
person. You'll be good.
Yep, and a couple more extras, and this and get her out of my face, and we'll try again. Like he's very forgiving. And then when they come back again, and they're like, yeah, we still can't do it. He then kills the minion that has the most expensive prosthesis, the lizard man.
Almost merman, I called him.
Almost not quite merman.
Yeah.
Good call.
Or not merman, I should. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Also, like we talked about the technology, and it's weird because they have the pass scanner, but yet somehow when they're tracking the key, they the cop takes it from Julie's house. They leave. He-Man and company get there. They interrogate Kevin. So they take off in the air, have a good 5 to 10 minute lead, and still get beat to the store by a pink Cadillac.
Well, they have to go at parade speeds.
Yeah. Yeah, no kidding. I put that on higher speed when I was playing that section.
And by the way,
and
why
it was
is
still slow?
Why is Man at Arms toiling with the necklace, the truth necklace, and trying to take it off carefully, when He-Man is the most powerful man in the universe and could have just ripped it off?
They do not use that very much at all. Like, he should literally be punching through some of these henchmen with how strong He-Man's supposed to be.
Granted, but I mean, he pushes over those giant statues, which are so heavy that they bounce.
And they do nothing.
Do
Pushing
nothing.
the statue over does fuck all.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything.
Just scared a couple of guys. I know, I don't get it.
Yeah,
Like,
it made a couple guys nervous because he's strong.
They were considering early retirement. Probably the one guy that fell down was like, 3 days left to retirement. I'm not. Fuck it, I'm out of here. No, you're right. He should have totally just like reached over and be like, move over and like where are those scenes where he's just doing that? I don't like. It's totally missing. It's too bad because I mean they went out of their way to hire Dolph Lundgren, who looks the part of the strongest guy in the universe or whatever. None of that's really done. He's rather genteel in this, except when he
very
has to.
passive for being the most powerful man in the universe and the hero of the movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean he should just reach over and like snap Skeletor's little bony head right off.
That's the one thing I was missing was the quipping. There should have been more quipping.
Oh, with Langella? Okay, you think Dolph Lundgren can keep up with Frank Langella?
No, but there should have been at least quipping like bonehead or.
Yeah, I do miss that. Absolutely.
The cartoon was full of that. So.
Yes, absolutely, and He-Man was clever. Prince Adam was not. Oh wait, shit, he's not in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. He turns from He-Man into He-Man.
Yeah, I know. And he doesn't even get the clothing upgrade that Skeletor gets. So apparently, the universe is not as fashion forward as we think. Because like Skeletor, I'm not crazy about Skeletor's new look, although it's the most elaborate costume change ever. But like, He-Man's just like, I have the power, and I'm still topless. Okay, let's fight.
Well, he's probably very turned on because he was leaning his butt into those whips that he was getting.
Oh, I know.
By the way, was that theme at the beginning, was that Star Wars or more of a Superman theme?
Oh, I don't know. I thought Star Wars.
It sounded to me like a Superman theme.
It was my first thought was Star Wars, and that's not just because I'm a Star Wars fan. The music, it was really they take a little bit of Superman, yes, but add in a nice big heaping of the Imperial March, and that's what you get.
Because it was this movie and Superman 4. They were going to take the profits from both of these movies and put them towards the Spider-Man movie.
Oh, okay.
Canon Films, but then this one caused Superman 4 caused Canon Films to go kaputski.
Superman 4.
So even the most powerful man in the universe couldn't be the most powerful man in Hollywood.
No, apparently not.
um. Oh. Oh. One last thing about Kevin. His big character thing is, I guess, believing in himself or something like that, because they lead this whole thing up with it's all about music, music tones, it's the music of the universe, blah blah blah, and then he's like, he just has his one big emotional scene when it's like, oh, I'm just a stupid keyboard player, which is just what you happen to need, but poor little old me, I'm not the right person that you just happen to need right about now.
That's pretty much how Kevin would explain it too. Well done.
Yeah, he's the only person that they need. Like He-Man's actually kind of useless in this movie.
Oh, He-Man is very useless in this movie.
Yeah. I mean, he's just a punching bag. And okay, so I got to get this out of the way because it's somewhat controversial, and you kind of called it out before. The whipping scene. Is Skeletor loving it or loathing it? He seems disgusted
Loving.
He seems disgusted and turned on at the same time.
I think it is sort of a Anastasia Steele kind of thing where she's liking it, or he likes it, but also kind of hurts him at the same time.
I don't get that reference. I'm sorry.
That's 50 Shades of Grey.
Never saw it. Never read it.
Sorry,
Anastasia.
Wow, I didn't get that reference either. Actually.
Really? You saw it?
Yeah, but I don't remember her last name. I don't remember anything.
Oh, no,
It was stupid. I don't remember movies that are stupid. Remember?
You're like Anastasia Steele. I'm like, what comic book's she in?
Yeah, I was waiting for the rest of it. I'm like, and Anastasia would be.
Who now? So liking it because it's so weird the way Langella is like he's hanging on to. Well, he's hanging on to his staff. There goes that joke, you know. But
he's gripping his staff.
Yes,
tight,
yeah, with both hands.
With both hands.
And the way like his face is like I don't get it. I do not get what
it is a
we're
very
trying to
weird
get off
reaction.
Of it is so weird. To this day, it still puzzles me. Like like you said, we've watched this a couple of times now for this review, and I'm like, what the fuck is he doing with this?
No idea.
It's like he didn't know. He just knew he had to be over the top something.
Yeah, see, I still look at it as he loves it so much it scares him. That's why I put it in the synopsis, because it looks like he likes it so much that it scares him how much he likes it.
Maybe Skeletor discovered something about himself that day. Maybe it wasn't his heart that grew 3 sizes, if you will.
His psychiatry.
That's from The Grinch, by the way, for both of you. That's a reference.
Stop it.
Thanks.
Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry, yeah, 50 Shades on par with Dr. Seuss. Got it right. That's gonna be on my kid's nightstand.
How many times can you rhyme nipple clamps? So here's a weird thing. Dolph Lundgren was the first one to be cast in this movie. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But Frank Langella was the last one to be cast in this movie.
Who else? Do you have an almost cast for us?
I do. We'll get there in a second. Dolph Lundgren did all of his own stunts in this movie, which sounds impressive until you realize he doesn't really do a lot of stunts.
No.
I can think of the bus surfing scene, but that's about it.
Yeah, that much is really clear that they were really happy about being able to get those close-in shots of him sword fighting all the time, and not have to have a stunt double. Yeah, you can tell every single time he's doing something, it is totally him.
Mark, you touched on it. Meg Foster, who plays Evil Lynn.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people thought her eyes were contact lenses. In actuality, those are her real eyes.
That's some good casting, I'm telling you.
And she says she's often been cast in sci-fi fantasy roles because of them, and jokes that it appeals to casting directors as she brings her own special effects to the film. So, I think out of that Evil Lynn costume, she could be very hot. I don't know. There's something about her that very appealing. Do you know who was supposed to be in this movie?
Actually, sorry, before we get to that, along the sci-fi vein, the woman who plays Tila, married to Scott Bakula.
Oh, nice.
Who's Scott Bakula?
Quantum Leap.
Never watched Quantum Leap.
Star Trek Enterprise.
My bedtime was before it
God.
came on. Wow. Never watched it.
Loved Quantum Leap.
You're
He
right.
was also
you're
in
right.
Chuck, but I don't think you've seen Chuck either.
No, I haven't seen Chuck. But you know who was supposed to be in this movie? In the original script?
We're still waiting.
For which character?
She-Ra.
Oh.
Early drafts of Masters of the Universe, She-Ra was in it. The redesigned costume was a futuristic white and gold suit consisting of a gold-crowned, long-sleeved top that revealed Sheila's cleavage and midriff, solid gold chainmail skirt, and knee-high boots. However, She-Ra was cut due to the film's limited budget. Speaking of, was 17.4 million. 17 to 22 million, grossed 17.4.
Oof.
So, yeah, not a big one. Almost cast in this movie, Evil Lynn, almost played by Sarah Douglas, who you would know as Ursa from Superman 1 and 2.
Oh.
She was the female member in the Zod gang.
She would be good.
No idea.
She had a good look.
She was
for that. Absolutely.
Basically that. So,
Yeah. Yeah, very familiar.
yep. So, as always on this show, we try to find the real story behind the story, Mark.
I have two of them. Or is this the death stroke to 80s electronica?
No. Flock of Seagulls was.
Fair enough. Or is it the story of how one man's sexual addiction to magic went way too far and cost the world its sanity?
Tex?
I have it, or is it the story of Skeletor struggling to come to terms with his feelings for He-Man?
I think that's very, very likely.
So, Brokeback Eternia?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yes.
I can't quit you and your power!
Stick your sword right here. Oh, okay. Right beside my chair.
Combine our powers together. I have it as the story of Julie, who goes on an epic adventure, gets her parents back, moves to New York, and finds an apartment in a building above a coffee shop.
So wait, this is a Friends prequel.
This is
and
a frequel. Frequel. This is a prequel to Friends, exactly.
stories that she never told.
She made up that whole thing about being fat as a kid,
And changed her name to Monica.
and then changed her name to Monica.
So we have some cut scenes with her brother going, "Come on, I want to go to the beach." Young David
I
Schwimmer.
never get to have interdimensional heroes come and save me. Oh.
Okay, guys, I'll meet you there. Just fly the plane over when you're ready.
I'll be digging up dinosaur bones.
I like that one.
Kids, ask your parents. All right. So that's going to pretty much do it for Masters of the Universe from 1987. I'm Sean Taylor.
I'm Tex.
And I am Mark.
Join us next time when we'll review Sean Connery's big return to the big screen. He plays Ron Morris, the coach of the Toronto Maple Leafs, as they race towards the postseason in The Hunt for Next October.